Stand adult standers.
Evolve, glider, strap stand,
Easy Stand pediatric standers.
phantom, phantom medium, zing.
If you had a multi-position pediatric stander in the past, it meant removing and relocating the tray, pads, straps, and supports whenever you went from supine to prone. Not anymore. Presenting the most amazing pediatric multi-position stander ever built, the Easy Stand Zing MPS. The Zing MPS, or multi-position stander, comes in 4 frame colors and allows you to position the child from supine to upright to prone in a matter of seconds. This new design provides both a seamless and secure transition for the child, as well as significant ease of use for the caregiver. No more transfers in and out of the stander just to reposition the child. The Zing MPS can be set up as a basic stander or a stander that will accommodate an involved child. The Easy Stand Zing Size 1 can accommodate children from infancy to 44 inches and up to 70 pounds. No other pediatric multi-position stander can do that. And we're not done yet. Here's what else the Zing MPS can do. Leg abduction that allows for 30 degrees of independent leg abduction. Angle adjustable swing away tray that can open to the left or right. Independent multi-adjustable knee pads. Independent multi-adjustable foot plates. Independent adjustable calf pads to accommodate contractures. Form to fit and planar supports, along with an assortment of colorful hygienic slipcovers that offer fun and function. Be sure to visit our website at easystand.com for a complete list of options and specifications. Finally, a multi-position stander that can bring a child from supine to upright and then to prone while the child remains in the stander. It has an angle adjustable swing away tray that can open to the left or right, and up to 30 degrees of anatomically correct leg abduction. You can get it with form to fit or planar upholstery, multi-adjustable foot plates, and much more. The remarkable Zing multi-position stander from your friends at Easy Stand. Presenting the Easy Stand Glider with state-of-the-art active standing technology. The glider is the only stander that combines increased lower body range of motion with upper body strengthening. No other stander offers these unique qualities. Unlike passive standers, the active standing glider allows users or caregivers to move the handles with their arms, which creates a reciprocal movement in the legs. The glider is available in medium and large, and has a full-range seat that has hinged breakaway sections for each leg, allowing full leg extension while gliding. The tray and chest pad are adjustable in depth and height. The adjustable resistance cylinders are accessible to the user and have 12 different settings, or they can be unhooked completely. The seat depth, back angle, footplate height, knee pad height, and handle height are also easily adjustable. The glider features a wide seat and flip-up knee pads that make transfers easier. A positioning bar provides a sturdy grip during the transfer. This advanced active stander enhances the medical benefits of standing and keeps the body in shape for medical breakthroughs. Don't just stand there, glide.
So when we first started BodyPoint, we actually leased 3,000 square feet of empty space that we had a desk, a couple of sawhorses, and a file cabinet. It was actually called Hintzman and Kosh at the time. We hadn't thought of the name BodyPoint. So we had an empty space, a vision, and a concept.
When we founded BodyPoint, the first products that we introduced were products such as hip belts, shoulder harnesses, and some seating systems. This is one of our first products. This was a hip belt that we made to fit children. It was a very functional belt for the time. It included some features that I had developed for hip belts earlier, such as a D-ring pull for tightening and the pads being sewn into place so that they could come together and touch. But over the course of the next 2 years, we significantly changed the product offerings that we had. We took the opportunity to greatly broaden the range of styles of hip belt that we were making because we had talked to a lot of clinicians and gotten feedback on the designs.
Matthew and I started BodyPoint because we saw this need for unique products.
We were looking to solve problems which no one had tackled yet, or to do it in a way which added features that were being demanded by the wheelchair users. And so that's something that's always embodied in the products.
In the last 20 years, we've seen so many improvements in seating, and what's really exciting about today is this advancement in dynamic seating. Lots of new materials that we're working with, elastic materials that give during the push for a person in a wheelchair. The hip grip, which allows a person to be very stable in their wheelchair, but also move. Even just placing the hip belt at a different angle can allow so much more movement in the chair than what we've seen in the past.
I am Aditya, and I have a C5 spinal cord injury, incomplete, and I use the BodyPoint hip grip. The BodyPoint hip grip helps me in my day-to-day life by allowing me more flexibility in my seating posture, in that I can reach for things that I wasn't able to do without it. My experience with BodyPoint has been very positive. I know all of the equipment that I've used from them, all of the products they've made have been top of the notch and really high quality. And having met the designers and engineers, I see where that the end result came from. These folks, worked very hard to think things out, and I think it shows in their end product.
Well, I'm Deb Peatwalker, and I have Bear Creek Children's Therapy housed in a barn, which I'm very proud of. I've been doing physical therapy with children for about 30 years, and one of my greatest challenges is, what do we do outside of therapy? What can be the carryover? I've worked with them on the horse, I've worked with them in the clinic, I've got the trunk active. My hands don't go home. I see a child 1 time a week. One product that I'm very, very thrilled to have gotten to know over the last 4 years is the hip grip by BodyPoint. My first experience with the company, the president, the engineers, and their techs came out and were interested in my feedback and my child's feedback. So responsive to the child, so respectful, so seeking the very best for each client. I've never worked with a company that the entire engagement was for the benefit of the child and family.
What's really amazing to me is working with people with our products and seeing how it can change their lives so dramatically. It really is a quality of life issue.
What I've definitely experienced with the BodyPoint line is that the quality in the workmanship that has gone into it is definitely tested the stand of time, especially with a lot of our more difficult and harder using clients.
When we started the company, one of the things that we felt was very important was to address the problems of the quality of the products that existed in the market. And what we do within engineering is to devise tests which will, to some extent, simulate the requirements of actual use in the field.
Where this industry goes in the future, it's fairly limitless. I mean, with the consistent improvements in technology, really there's going to be great strides, I believe, made.
Well, what's really important to me about our future is the possibilities that we have to be able to communicate with people around the world, the standards of practice that we're learning so much about today, as well as to learn from others around the world and collaborate with them in developing our products and in promoting the use of positioning equipment for people with disabilities.
How to find the position of a hip belt. Let your hands be your guide. How can you find the appropriate belt position for each unique individual? One way is to use your hands. First, experiment by gently applying pressure in different directions to the wheelchair user. Notice where on the pelvis you have placed your hands and how much pressure you have applied to achieve the desired position. By experimenting with your hands, you can identify where the padded surface of the belt should be placed on the body. Next, imagine lines extending from your arms. They will not only determine the angle of the belt, but also where to attach it to the wheelchair. For asymmetrical postures, the left and right sides of the belt may need to be adjusted independently of one another, just as you may use your hands to apply pressure in different ways. By following these simple guidelines, the positioning belt can replace your hands and help keep the individual in a good, functional position.
What is iDrive? iDrive is the most advanced alternative drive control system in the industry. The iDrive was designed by Stealth Products in conjunction with Trident Research. Trident Research is responsible for a multitude of U.S. military weapons and defense projects. Trident Research has technology that is unmatched. The iDrive family of products include a head array, a sip and puff, a tray array, a PMPJ, and lastly, the iConnect. The head arrays, of course, are designed to drive a power chair with your head. The standard head array is made up of 3 capacitive proximity sensors and 1 egg switch. The embedded sensors make it look sleek and beautiful. The sip and puff is designed for driving with your breath only. Make any function a pneumatic function. Forward, reverse, left, right, and mode. All possible with the iDrive sip and puff head array. The tray arrays are designed to drive with extremities. Embedded sensors make this tray very unique. They can be placed anywhere and driven with just a close presence of a finger to the surface of the tray array. Any tray can be customized. Our Precision Mini Proportional Joystick can be mounted anywhere. It can be driven with the use of a chin, it can be driven with a toe, or it can be driven with a finger. It is adjustable. It has a programmable throw. It is lightweight and very compact in size. The iConnect is a device that allows us to give power to a switch site where it did not exist before. The iConnect can be used in conjunction with power bases as well as manual bases that are using independent batteries. It can be used for all types of proximity switches. It may be a fiber optic switch, a photoelectric switch, or a standard capacitive sensor switch. What makes the iDrive unique? It processes signal like no other. The iDrive reads signal at 150 megahertz a second. That relates to 150 million instructions per second. thus making the drive a much smoother ride. The head array can also be customized to no end. Fabric choices can be selected in different colors. The sizing of the pads can be customized. The switch placement within the pads may be customized. It is a very hybrid system. We can use many joysticks in conjunction with head arrays. We can use sip and puff head array in conjunction with a sensor tray. The advanced programming software is matched by no other. Its state-of-the-art visual management tools can be utilized and taken advantage of by not only the equipment provider, but the therapist as well. You can assign or reassign a command for different switch types. You can see real-time switch activation. You can adjust the activation range of your fiber optics as well as the sensitivity of your capacitive switches. You are also able to customize the rate of speed of your double tap command. You are able to save profiles of end users, email them, reinstall them, or clear them for a reset altogether, thus making client management even more direct and targeted. So as you can see, the iDrive is truly the first of its kind. Everything else is a mere distant second.
My client needs a seating system that has excellent skin protection, it has to have positioning, and it has to have support.
We want it to be long-lasting, and we want it to be maintenance-free, if you will.
Something that is lightweight and just easy to use and fits me like a glove.
Cascade Designs began as an outdoor company, inventor of the self-inflating Thermarest camping mattress. Inspired by active users, eager therapists, and demand for skin protection and positioning wheelchair seating, the medical division of Cascade Designs set out to build a superior wheelchair cushion. After years of engineering, field testing, and design, the self-inflating wheelchair cushion was born, using Verilight technology. Stability is achieved using foam. Foam provides support and conformation by acting like a spring and compressing under load, while cushioning and enveloping the body. However, foam alone is not adequate to provide support and good pressure distribution. Pressure distribution is achieved using air. Air provides pressure distribution because air behaves like fluid and displaces under load. The Verilight cushion is dynamic because the air moves through the open cell structure of the foam. However, air alone is not adequate to provide stability and conformation. Verilight technology combines the best characteristics of air and foam for ideal pressure distribution, comfort, and seating stability. Let's take a look at what's inside a Verilight cushion. Verilight technology matters from the inside out. Foam is the foundation of Verilight technology. 3 different types of foam provide positioning. Firm foam surrounds the sides and perimeter of the cushion and creates lateral leg positioning and medial thigh separation. Medium foam provides a stable platform for positioning and balance. It also creates a surface area to redistribute pressure onto the thighs. Soft foam is placed under the decubitus sensitive area of the ischial tuberosities, the bony prominences of the pelvis, which are sensitive to skin breakdown. Next, coated fabric is bonded to the multi-stiffness foam and sealed, allowing the cushion to hold air. An air valve is inserted into the corner of the cushion. This two-way air valve allows air in and out of the cushion. The reticulated foam inside the cover provides an optimal microclimate for air exchange. This helps regulate heat and moisture near the skin. Unweight the cushion and open the valve by turning it to the left or counterclockwise. The cushion will inflate on its own when the valve is open. No pumps required. Placing load on the cushion pushes air out. First, Sit on the cushion with the valve closed. Open the valve by turning to the left or counterclockwise. Body weight on the cushion will force air out of the cushion. Shut off the flow of air when the user is immersed at a comfortable level, or when there is about 2 inches of cushion beneath the client's ischial tuberosities. Turn the valve to the right or clockwise until it stops to close the air valve. The contact area between the cushion and the body increases as the user immerses into the cushion. This increased surface area provides greater and more uniform pressure distribution. A pressure map provides information about the surface interface between a person's body and wheelchair cushion. In this pressure map, our subject starts seated on a fully inflated Veralite cushion. With the air valve closed, the pressure mapping device measures 174 square inches of contact with the subject's body. The brighter areas of green indicate the higher levels of pressure, shown here under the bony prominences of the ischial tuberosities. Next, the air valve is opened to release some air. The subject immerses into the cushion. The air valve is closed when our subject is properly immersed. The pressure mapping device now measures 205 square inches of contact with the subject's body. The areas of high pressure around the ischial tuberosities have decreased because the pressure has been redistributed over a greater surface area due to immersion. Once my client has a Veralite seating system, I never worry about them.
When caregivers are doing their job, they're really focusing on the patient. They're not focusing on having to repair a cushion or having to fool with the cushion. They just want to put it in the chair and they want it to work. They don't have to worry about it.
As long as it's lightweight, I can, go farther and do more.
Veralite technology provides pressure distribution and postural support. Veralite technology is self-inflating. That means no pumps or accessories required. Veralite technology provides vibration reduction, is lightweight, and is low maintenance. Call or visit us online for coding, pricing, and detailed information about Veralite technology.
Hello, I'm Russ Roll, Vice President of Sales and Business Development at Active Controls. As we've discussed previously, our Rejoy platform is an excellent way to reposition any joystick at midline. But in addition to repositioning joysticks, we can also reposition alternative drive controls as well. The first one I'd like to show you is the Stealth Mushroom Drive. What we've done is incorporated the Mushroom Drive at midline, and we've also incorporated the display that's required to install the Mushroom Drive onto the chair. This does a couple of really fantastic things. Number one, it protects the display from damage from doorways and door jambs and walls, but it also puts it in a superior line of sight for the user so they can actually monitor the functions of the chair while they're driving. Now, the Mushroom Drive is a drive control that requires less fine motor skill than a conventional joystick, so it's a very nice option. It's also very robust for a very heavy user, so it'll take a little bit of the pounding more so than a joystick. Now, it retains the capacity to still be a side-mounted drive control, just like it would with a joystick on it, so you can access your tables and desks and things like that. And in addition, it still has the capacity to be an attendant control. Same setup, turn it on, your attendant can take over for you on the fly. In addition to the Stealth Mushroom Drive, however, we've also incorporated several other drive controls. This is the Switch It Micropilot. The Switch It Micropilot is a zero deflection input device, which means unlike a joystick, there's no travel to the device itself. Really makes it a great alternative for a lot of your Duchenne's clients, a lot of your ALS clients, who just an inch of deflection is simply too much movement. Now, the conventional method of installation of this system is either with a bullet tray or some type of a tray mounting system that has limitations in the flex of the device and the confinement of the client in the chair. With our Rejoy platform, the drive controls mounted at midline,
resistant to downward force, will not flex. Your display is again at a perfect visual position so you can monitor your chair's functions. Most importantly, at transfer time, quick disconnects. Still retaining the ability, as we mentioned earlier, being a side-mounted drive control or an attendant control for your transitional clients.